Hey guys, my name is Zan. Welcome back to my channel, but if you are new here, then welcome and join the family. First of all, Joseph is in the living room playing games, so I apologize if you can hear him in the background. The video that I was going to do for today didn't exactly work out because I cannot get my video editing software to cooperate. So that one has been postponed for now. And instead I'm going to talk about something that's been pretty prominent the last couple of weeks, considering that I've been in a paralytic episode for much longer than I should be. And that is what it's like living with an undiagnosed disability. Because, and I've been meaning to do kind of a proper video on this for a really long time, but my diagnosis when I first started my channel was something called psychogenic non-epileptic seizures. And so when I was first starting to make videos, I did a couple of videos talking about what PNES is and talking about the things that I was experiencing in terms of like my mental health and all that stuff. And what we thought was going on was that my mental health was causing the paralytic episodes. Rather, that's what the doctors thought was going on. And so they had sent me to a psychologist, and the psychologist they sent me to was a whack job, basically. And so I ended up finding a different psychologist, a different therapist that I went to go see. And she's much better. And so now that I've kind of gotten my mental health well managed and well under control, it's becoming more and more apparent that my mental health is not what is causing my paralytic episodes, among other things. So, with the doctors that I have now, which are much better than the first set of doctors I had when this whole thing started, is that they're sending me back to the neurologist because they don't think that this is anything to do with my mental health anymore. Yes, we know that stress triggers the paralytic episodes sometimes, but we don't think that that's what's actually causing the episodes themselves. Because there's a lot of neurological conditions, lots of autoimmune conditions, lots of genetic disorders and things like that that can be triggered by stress and other environmental factors like excessive heat and excessive cold and exercise and, you know, those kinds of things. And so my therapist was the one that told me that she really didn't think that this was psychologically based. So the diagnosis that I had been first given of PNES is no longer accurate. And so my primary care doctor has been wanting to send me back to neurology for a while. And I was the one that brought it up first, saying that I would like to go and get it checked out. And she was totally on board with that. And so I finally have a neurology appointment set up for next month. But even still, you know, not having the diagnosis, it's difficult. And considering that I've been in a paralytic episode for much longer than I have been before, raises a lot of concerns and a lot of questions surrounding, am I going to get function back in my legs? You know, if I don't get function back in my legs, then, you know, how do I navigate my house that is not totally accessible? How do I, how do I navigate the world that isn't set up for somebody like me. And a lot of those things are things that I have already sort of dealt with and learned how to fix because, or not fix, but like they're things that I've learned how to navigate because I've been dealing with this for 3+ years. But it takes kind of an emotional toll on you. Like, at this point, I'm not worried so much about, am I going to be able to walk again? I'm worried about, what if I never know why I can't walk anymore, kind of thing. And it's scary. It's not cupcakes and rainbows and sunshine, not knowing what's going on with your own body. And the fact that I've had a lot of doctors that have not given me the time of day to really seriously look into this and figure out what's going on and why this is happening, it's really frustrating, you know? We hear lots of stories, you know, time and time again about doctors that, you know, they get patients and they hear all of our symptoms and everything, but they don't feel like putting in the effort or trying to find someone who has expertise in, you know, whatever the case may be in whatever matter, to send us to so that we actually get figured out. It's like you see like the medical mystery shows where the doctors are always like, oh, this person came in with this set of symptoms and, you know, nothing apparent is wrong with them, and or like we can't find anything wrong on like the test that we've performed and it's such a mystery and I want to solve this puzzle. That's like absolute fantasy TV stuff because that's not how it happens in real life. You know, we don't have doctors surrounding us that are like, we have to figure out what's going on with them. It's if they don't see anything wrong on the tests that they perform, then to them it's like, oh, there must be nothing wrong with you. Even though there's lots of conditions, like especially genetic conditions, some autoimmune conditions that certain tests don't show abnormal results for. And so it's hard to get in to see like a geneticist if it's some kind of genetic condition. Some, you know, certain tests are really super invasive, very expensive. Sometimes insurance won't pay for these. Like for me, I have to jump through several really difficult hoops in order to get my insurance to pay for genetic testing for me if we can't figure out what's going on. Because there's always the possibility that I might have some kind of genetic condition. So it's really hard to get taken seriously, especially when you have these symptoms. And so like, for example, with mine, I've had nerve conduction studies before, and they have not come back with abnormal results. Or, yeah. Did I say that right? Yeah. They haven't come back with abnormal results. Yes, I did say that right. And so that's not something that doctors typically see. And so they want to think like, oh, you're just faking it, or there's really nothing wrong with you. Oops, my camera tilted. Sorry. Or they want to say that there's nothing wrong with you, or, you know, whatever the case may be. And so it's really difficult to get these people to actually listen to you and listen to what's going on, and to really truly take you seriously, because nobody knows your body better than you do. And so it's just, there's a lot of uncertainty surrounding my current position, but I know that I'm not the only one in this boat. Like, there's a lot of us out there that are undiagnosed, that are having really serious problems, and we can't get medical professions to listen to us. And it makes our lives so much more difficult because we don't have then access to what we need. But anyway, I guess I'm done rambling for now. I just have been thinking about that a lot lately, and I kind of wanted to get it off my chest. So, yeah, I might continue that soapbox another time, but for right now, that's kind of about all I have to say on the issue. So, anyway, if you're going through something similar, you're not alone, trust me. We're out there, and I sympathize fully. So, anyway, I guess I will see you guys in the next video.